fishing video, the diving video that is going to be coming out soon. That video, I want that video to do quite well, and at the moment we're dealing with a lot of footage here. As you can see, there is a lot of footage, but not to worry, I will sort that out. I have done a lot of editing already. Why I put a mark here, let's see. So as you can see, basically I've done most of the editing here. So right now, you can see I'm working on just shortening it down because it's currently about, how long is that? 13 minutes and 30 seconds long. That's how long it is. So I'm just, making sure that it's a doable length and it's actually interesting enough. So for like the 3 songs that I have, that I made, although I did actually import one of them I got from the internet. 2 of the songs I made myself. Yeah, but of that, so here's just the start. If you guys are wondering, I'm using DaVinci Resolve to do my editing. So I'm just gonna run down, so this is a whole lot of all my media. So in total we had about 4 hours of footage, including drone footage and whatnot, because what we did is we combined 3 diving trips into one video. So here I start with the first diving trip, and then I go on to the second one and the third one, because we didn't get that much in each one, so we just can combine them, and we combine them to make one big long video. But the thing is, with this video, no one knows that we combine them, so it's kind of weird, because 1 minute you have like a guest who's with you diving, and the next minute he's not there. So that's one of the problems that we could face. But so at the start, I kind of just worked out this intro. I think it's a pretty cool intro. I'll just show it to you if you want. So we're out in Akaroa, and we're about to go on a diving mission out of the Heads. Hopefully we get some good power and craze. Yeah, we got lots of footage from the drone, which was quite cool.
We've just made it to our spot. It looks pretty good. Viz is quite good. We are going to try in the rocks for power, and then Dad's gonna try for craze out here and try shoot maybe a boat or 2.
Basically, after that, I got some cool clips of them. With the drone, just to the area that we were diving in, and then we go straight into the POV shots with the GoPro. So far, that intro bit itself took me about like an hour and a half to do, which, I mean, when you think about it, is not that long, but when you do it all together with the entire video, the longest part was actually just cutting out the boring bits. Because when you're diving, there are so many boring bits where it's just like, you're there and you're diving and you're swimming around. There's lots of just swimming around and waiting at the surface, but you just have to cut out all that and then pick the bits where you're getting crayfish and you're getting power and that kind of thing, and only use those bits. So it's actually very like action packed. I don't really like that song, but I mean it's alright. I would kind of prefer having 2 GoPros, because at the moment it's just Dad's POV, and he gets quite a lot of stuff, you know, power, crayfish. You know, I don't think he hopped on the spear gun, but he gets lots of shots. But like for this, Lathan's here, he's going down, and we actually can't see his point of view. So he might be going down there and getting a cray and that kind of thing, and it's just Dad watching him do it. So I reckon if we got some more GoPros, we'd be able to do more shots, and we'd be able to get a lot more footage from different angles and perspectives. But at the moment, we're kind of at the point where it's like, GoPros are expensive. Are there alternatives? But we do think it's really worth getting one at this point in time, just for the sake of having better production quality. Yeah. Another struggle that I had when putting together this was all these seaweed got in the way of the GoPro a lot. Like there's a lot of shots like this where the seaweed is completely covering the GoPro, and you can't actually see what's going on, because like in between frames you can see, oh, there's a power there, he's getting the power, but he's actually like he's getting it, but you can't see because of all the seaweed. So I still have to cut those bits out, but even then I have to leave some in because some just, you know, are not worth cutting out. But like if I just look through here, I probably could cut that bit out because there is this big gap in between these 2 songs, but I want to have a gap so it feels more paced and smooth. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's very different editing outdoor adventures, that kind of thing, because it's all about keeping the key important stuff. So if you're going on a hunting trip, like, and you miss out something or you don't film it, like in the first place, making sure that you do maybe a voiceover explaining what happened because you didn't film it, or maybe like you film something really boring but you think, oh, it's a great shot. Like you got to have a balance between boring stuff that is a good shot and actually important stuff that might have been filmed terribly. After this, I've actually got an entire hunting video that I've got to edit as well, because that hunting video that we just did is awesome. But this video will probably be coming out today or maybe tomorrow, just whether or not I get the sign off from Lathan and Dad, just because we're like always checking it between us, each of us, making sure there's nothing in there that we don't like, any boring bits, because sometimes when I'm sitting in front of the laptop for hours on end, I can just kind of disregard the bits that actually are boring to watch, and having someone actually watch it as a finished version who has not put like a lot of effort into it and, you know, is just like a viewer, it's good to have that person so they can actually, you know, say that's a good thing that you did there, and then like you actually need to take that bit out because my attention span sucks, kind of thing. And like when we go diving and that kind of thing, there's a lot of shots where it's like this, and it's actually in real life, it's like this, and there's just all of this crap in the water, not like actual crap, but, you know, all this bad stuff like that's just floating around and you can't see anything, and it's even worse for the GoPro because the GoPro can't pick it up properly. So when that happens, it's really hard to edit out, because actually this was like one of the best times because we got so many power and so much muscles in that little bit of time. Ignore the little DaVinci Resolve thing, they need to fix that when you scroll across the timeline. It plays back. Anyway, I'll just mute it for now. That is a really serious issue that I find when filming diving. Diving is a really hard thing to film because lots of people do POV shots, and then some people actually have a cameraman, and then some people have both. So it's just a matter of how many cameras do you actually have, because you know, if you don't have enough GoPros, because GoPros and maybe like, you know, DJI Osmos, we were thinking of getting a DJI camera, but we just like the GoPros because we're used to them. But we do now have a DJI drone, so that might cause us to maybe lean to the DJI side. But if we can get our hands on a couple more GoPros, the quality of these videos will go up significantly because we won't have just one point of view. We'll be able to have my point of view, Lathan's point of view, maybe even swapping me out altogether, and just because I love filming and editing the videos, but I also like the outdoor aspect of it and doing it myself. So sometimes I might do a POV shot where I'm doing stuff, I'm grabbing a crate, that kind of thing. But what I'm saying is, if I can have a camera, like a proper, like camera that I can film Dad going down with, not just a POV shot on the head, in my hands, then the quality would go up significantly. So there's a lot of these shots where there's, in the actual footage, like if I was to just go into this, there's a lot of time where Dad's just up on top of the water, and that just makes super boring video, because like if he's just up on top of the water, nothing happens. So that was excuse my stuttering. That was what I spend a lot of my time doing, just cutting out every single little thing that is boring, because a lot of stuff is boring. And I don't know, sometimes I look online and I'm like, wouldn't it be really cool if someone just did like a 1-to-1 scale, no editing? Like Stephen Bartlett, he's a podcast guy. He makes no cuts in this entire thing, which is kind of good for him and for the audience, because the audience gets unfiltered stuff, and then he doesn't have to do any production editing and that kind of thing afterwards, which is kind of good. But I also kind of think that's actually kind of valued nowadays, having a 1-to-1 kind of every second of the actual diving trip, or every second of the hunting trip. That's kind of what we tried to achieve when we went hunting last. We did a live stream, and that was really good because it actually showed the viewers, hey, not all of it is just, oh, there's a deer, we shoot it. A lot of it is walking and glassing and actually putting a lot of effort into finding these animals and then getting into shooting positions and that kind of thing. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that doesn't really get recognized, and I kind of appreciate a full video more than just having the cutout clips. But in this case, diving is one of those things where you do have way too much time sitting on top of the water. I mean, like, you could just make a separate video of just combining all of the boring stuff and just putting it in, but no one's going to watch the entire thing. So it's all about having a balance, not just doing the exciting stuff, but also putting effort into making sure it's realistic, if you know what I mean. That kind of addition of having a realistic approach, like, you know, what am I saying? When you make it so it looks like it's, so it actually feels like the actual hunting trip, people are going to respect it a lot more than like faking it kind of thing and only taking out the stuff where you shot the deer. Because a lot of hardships happen when you're out in the outdoors, like, and we don't show it on our channel that much because it's kind of like, yeah, whatever, we've had it a lot. Yeah, but it's something that we need to, you know, keep on improving it, like adding this stuff in that actually builds the storyline of the hunt and just tells the story to the viewer. I'm not the best at editing. Like, I've only been, I switched to DaVinci. I used to on like iMovie and CapCut, but those softwares just suck. I hated it. I used to think CapCut was like the best, And then I was like, oh, like, what if I was to do this as a job? Because I actually really enjoy it. Doing video editing and filming, and that actually goes hand in hand with each other. Yeah, so then I was like, okay, if I want to do this as a job, what do I need to do? I was like, okay, I got to switch to a better software. So I switched to DaVinci. That was good because I switched when I was like just turned 13, and I was like, the learning curve, the learning curve is so steep. Like, CapCut, it's kind of like plug and play. You just put some transitions in. It's like making edits and that kind of thing. This is different because you're running like 4 hours, and now hunting trips, we usually have like sometimes like 12 hours of just raw footage. And that's the thing that like, you know, takes me the most time, is it actually just putting the raw footage in here, cutting it up, you know, and then actually making it so it like is smooth and actually like resonates with each other, the clips. So it like feels like a story, which in a diving video, what I'm doing here, is extremely hard to do. Like, if you just watch like a portion of it, you can see it's kind of like there's one bit of action and there's a second, like it's very jumpy, like here. It's like a lot of just doing nothing.
I left the gun by them, but I don't have a catch bag.
It's just about trying to tell the story as well as I can with just the key parts. Like Dad saying he doesn't have a cash bag, but he left the gun by it. Then Latham went down and he got a few power, kind of thing. You want the viewers to actually have a brain themselves and think, oh, what does that mean, what he just said? Which I don't actually think I did that well there, but that's what he said, and that's what he meant, you know. The catch bag, I left my gun down there, the catch bag, but I don't have a catch bag, so yeah.
Have you got any power?
I did, check more.
Here, come here. Check. Pass here power now.
There's a lot of like this kind of thing where like he's filming us going down, but you know he can't see what we're seeing, so that's kind of the problem with only having one GoPro. And then I think now, over top of the music, I actually need to like lower the audio of all these other clips because it just interferes. So I think I can do this. Yes, I can. Okay. So I can make the audio. There's a lot of like, technical stuff with the panels, and you know, it takes a long time to even learn a tiny bit. I haven't learned. I've still got a long way to go before knowing how to do a lot of the stuff in DaVinci, but that's cool. I love learning stuff. I love having a challenge. Now what have I done? It's on mute. So that should get quieter. Maybe even if I like, oh, what am I doing? Maybe if, oh no, that was my pan sound. Sorry, you see these little mistakes I just made? I just adjusted the pan, not the volume. So -5, not 0.5. Okay, yeah, so you can see the audio has been significantly reduced. Oh, and that didn't work for that because that wasn't part of the group that I edited. Okay, now that should be done. So, okay, that's another thing I just realized. The audio is way too loud, like way too loud. So if I just go into here, even if I just lower it by like three decibels. Be a lot easier on my speakers and just a lot easier on the ears if you want to just keep the same volume for the entire thing. Like, if you think of it from a viewer's perspective, if they're watching it on like the TV while they're doing like the ironing or something, you want it to be easy so they're not just always changing the volume because it's too loud kind of thing. And that's where, you know, so that's just what I mean by the audio levels, and just how adjusting them could make a big difference just to the overall experience of the viewer. Yeah, so the GoPro in this instance was just not cooperating with us on our dive. So if I bring it a bit closer, you can see. Like the low light, obviously I've put up the text here, but it's, they should have that, a big enough sensor to actually be able to pick up this stuff. Because if Dad could have seen under the water here, the GoPro should have easily been able to pick it up, but it couldn't, which is annoying. I've tried playing around with a whole lot of settings to try get it so you can actually see, but you can't see anything. There's no depth, or you know, you can't change anything so you can see. But he got a crepe, which is, you know, kind of bad in the sense that we didn't see him get it because of the camera. It is an old GoPro, which is why I'm like, yeah, should we buy a new one? Because it's an old GoPro. It's still, like, it's a GoPro Hero 5, and it's amazing for filming this kind of thing. For this video, I've actually experimented a bit. Like, I changed, no, what did I change? I changed the way I did the music. So I have a massive folder. If I just go, yeah, I've got a massive folder. Actually, I'll be able to pull it up. One sec. Where's music files? Here. So it's not actually, why did I say massive? It's not a massive folder. It's literally just 3 folders inside of this music files, and I've just done them copyrighted. I don't even know why I've copyrighted stuff. Like, it's useless to me. Not sure, but need a test. That's just stuff I find on the internet. I think that's cool. I put it in there because I haven't like tested if it's copyright safe. YouTube safe. I don't even know why I have We Wish You a Merry Christmas, but it's on there. Kind of weird. So intro music, action music, and short music. And background. Background's what I usually use for like diving videos because it's like kind of chill. And then I've got all of these. So if I want to just test it. It's kind of like outro kind of music. I should have that as a folder, outro, you know. And then if I go like Firefly, it's like kind of country-ish. I think we put this in like one of our hunting videos. It wasn't that great. I mean, I guess you could kind of do it to like a time lapse or something, but it's like not one of my favorite ones. My favorite one's probably like Push Through for like an intro. No, not an intro, but you know, like, it's kind of cool, way. Push Through. And if you're wondering where I get all my songs, I can show you, because all these songs I just find online. I can show you the exact website. It's amazing. I don't even know, like, how did I not think of this before? Like, getting music online for free. So there's this website called Pixabay. Pixabay. And it's amazing for music. So it's got all these things. It's got like photos. These are all royalty free, by the way. Photos, illustrations, vectors. Don't even know what those are. What are vectors? Oh, this kind of thing. Videos, music, sound effects, 3D models, and GIFs. What I usually use is music. So I go into music, and there's thousands and thousands of songs. You just go into here. So if I want to do like background, I would search that up, and then I would do here, because I don't like having this to remember if it's copyrighted or not, and have a in the description paste the thing they give you. So this means this little shield, if you, is it there? Yeah, this little shield here means that it is copyrighted. Well, like, it's not copyrighted, but you need to include it in the description. And if you want to use a song, practically you need to do that. But since I'm too lazy, and I obviously just don't and can't, I would go into, where is it? There is, where is it? There is a button you can press that I've lost because I don't know how to use it. I don't remember. Sorry. Where is it? I think it was like no attribute. You know, those are attributed. So attributed just means you have to like include their little link that they give you, like word, you know, like sentence in your description, which is totally fine, except I can't physically remember that because it takes me months because I've got school to juggle with this. If I was doing it in a day, I could probably just write it on a note and just remember, but there is, like, if you go into copyright, yeah, these are all like no copyright music things. If I just go no background, like background, I'll just do background music. Here's another one. This feels like, this is giving me like saying background music. Reconnecting, I'm pretty sure it's working. Can you type in chat, guys, if it's working? Type in chat. I can't. It's saying reconnecting. Type in chat, working, if it's working, because... Oh, why do I have to stop it? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Type in chat. Is it working, guys? Is the live stream crashed on me again? Usually it crashed on me so many times when I was out hunting doing live streams, but they were so worth it. Such a great, such a cool adventure doing the live streams. Is the live stream working, guys? Type in chat if it's working. I can't see. Oh, the internet. Hang on, I think it's the internet. No. Is it working? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. If it's working or not. Okay, I think it is. I think it is. It's not saying reconnecting anymore. Okay. Alright. So if I just pull up DaVinci Resolve again, because DaVinci Resolve is what we were looking at. The entire point of this live stream was to do some editing, which is cool. Okay, if you guys do like want to see this video when it comes out, obviously, this video when it comes out, it'll have a notification when if you subscribe to the channel. Also, you get a notification when I bring out the hunting video, which I need to get onto because we filmed it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I need to get on to editing that, but I'm just finishing editing the diving video, which will come out tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning. So make sure to subscribe so you get the notification when this comes out. so you guys can watch it straight away. When a few more people join, I might like show you guys the pretty sick intro I did, because the intro was pretty sick. This is a pretty sick intro. So we're out in Akaroa, and we're about to go on a diving mission out at the heads. Hopefully we get My haircut looks so bad, by the way. Just pointing it out, because some good power and craze. This was all the cool drone shots we did. I don't know, I kind of like the drone. Some people don't like drone shots.
We've just made it to our spot. It looks pretty good. Viz is quite good. We are going to try in the rocks for power, and then Dad's gonna try for craze out here and try and shoot maybe a butter or two.
I can feel the microphone vibrating, it's so loud. We go straight into the diving, which is great. And then I think halfway through, like a minute in to the dive, Dad gets a crow. Like Dad goes. See, that's such a good shot. I'm gonna go back. That's crazy. Look at that. There's the crow's right there. Look at that crayfish. He's about to get caught. Anyway, so he grabs the crow. And when he goes up with the crow, he shows it. And then we go straight back to the drone footage. With some sound overlay waves, because it kind of sounds weird when you don't have any sound with it, because it doesn't have a microphone with the camera, obviously. Hello, guys. In the chat. I just kind of forgot about you. But there's the thing. Right, yeah. Hey, in the chat. Yeah, there's just a lot of diving. Some people love that, like having like heaps of just diving in the background. My dad just watches diving in the background while he's like designing and that kind of thing, which is cool. Yeah. So I might wrap up this live stream for today. Haven't done that much editing, mainly just explaining the video. Video will come out today or tomorrow. But thanks for watching, guys. Video. If you do want to watch the video, make sure to subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you will get to watch it as soon as it comes out. Thanks again, and see you in the next one.